Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Angelica, and this is going to be a reading for the full moon in Sagittarius that is coming up in, what, a couple of days here? Let's see. I really didn't, let's see, full moon on the 31st of May. Okay, so that full moon is a blue moon. And I just want to, before I get into, because I feel like I'm going to start channeling, before I get into the reading, into the transmission, remember it is a transmission. Transmissions of energy, of code, of light, of activation, of remembrance. And really, ultimately, they're just confirmations for you, my dear. So use your intuition, use your discernment, and that's going to help you just decode and decipher what to take and what to leave. Yeah? So let's get into the full moon. The full moon in Sagittarius, the reading, the transmission. I'm tuning into the, I'm literally seeing a blue moon in my, okay, I'm just going to tune into this energy because it feels like it wants me to tune into it first before I start pulling cards. I have quite a few cards, and I haven't pulled anything yet, but I have a few decks out here. So I'm literally seeing a full moon that is glowing blue. And I want to say bright blue. And my friend, I want you to visualize and imagine that you're seeing this image of a full moon that's glowing blue. There is something very transformational with the voice coming in with this blue moon. And also with that of truth, because it's aligning with Sagittarius, right? Now, I'm not an astrologer, although I have briefly studied and continue to learn. So I don't know all of the attributes and all of the things, but you know what? We don't need to know, right? It's really about the frequency. The frequency that's coming through is that of truth. So it feels like there is also an activation in the throat around your truth. I'm looking at the sky as I'm speaking. There's an activation of truth. There's an activation of purity. And speaking from a space of genuine truth. Not forced, not performative, not attached, not codependent, not dependent on circumstances, people, overly reliant. It's standing in individually, interesting. It's standing individually in your own power, in your own essence, in your own divine and genuine truth. There's a lot being uncovered, is what I hear and what I feel. This uncovering of the voice that you are meant to have, the voice that you are meant to carry, the voice that you are meant to embody. So I'm hearing like changes in voice, changes in tone, tonality, right? Timbre. So like your voice, it feels like maybe changing after this full moon, or even going into this full moon, depending on how sensitive you are. There is a lot coming in here. It just feels like uncovering a deeper truth, because the Scorpio full moon took us really, really deep, right? A lot of people didn't like that full moon. And as a Scorpio rising, I felt it very, very intensely. It was very intense for me. And with that Scorpio, that Scorpio full moon seems to, there was something about it that uncovered, or yeah, it almost like it was it took you so deep that now the truth can be uncovered. And for a lot of you, the truth was uncovered then. But like there is another like layer unfolding or peeling back with this full moon. Okay. So we have 2 cards here. Is it 2? Okay, we're going to flip these over. Oh. Haha. So interesting. It's so interesting. I got full moon in Scorpio. We were just talking about it. It's time to release negativity. There's something about this full moon in Sag that is very scorpionic as well. Or maybe not. It just has those Scorpio qualities, or like I said, because of the last full moon that we were already in Scorpio, it brought those things up so that Sagittarius could come in and almost like go through all of the files. I see someone like going through, like fingering through files, like a filing cabinet, and distilling the truth from that space. Okay, so there's something very, very Scorpio about this moon too. Scorpio placements may be significant here as well too. We also have super moon. Emotions are running high. Okay, so with this, with this, with this blue moon, remember that there's going to be a lot of emotions. I'm actually hearing really deep emotions. We're getting Scorpio and emotions. And Scorpio is very intense, right? It can be very intense. It almost feels like, let's see if I can tune into this. Whatever was brought up with the Scorpio full moon, this is, it's definitely connected to this full moon in clearing out more of the remnants, some final bits of remnants actually. But there's deep, deep waters that, oh, okay. There's deep, deep buried emotions. Okay. And that is the Scorpio quality that's coming in to actually help you excavate certain trapped emotions, unprocessed emotions, unresolved emotions, things that are stuck in the body, things that are stuck in the mind, things that are disallowing the heart from fully opening and staying open. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. What is that? And there's something else also here too about opening and closing the heart, or opening and closing the heart space. Because we can open and close our chakras, right? Just the intention, open, close it. There seems to be debate about, do I keep my heart open? Do I keep my heart closed? Do I open it for some people? Do I close it for others? Here's the thing, my friend. Here's what's coming through from Source. Your heart, you can keep your heart open. What you need really is, it's not about closing down the heart. The heart can be open. It's really about discernment and boundaries, right? And knowing how to draw a boundary and speak that, right? With your truth, speak that and say, this violated this, and this is what I am available for, and this is what I'm not, etc., etc. This full moon is bringing up situations, circumstances, different interactions. It feels like in different types of ways of communicating or communicating our truth to be able to, it feels like it's going to put you in situations and things that, circumstances that are going to allow you, give you the opportunity to speak up, to stand in your truth, to speak your truth, to speak out, to use your voice. There's something very, very powerful coming in about that. Keep in mind with these deep emotions, that is what Scorpio came. I feel like there's oh, it's Pluto. That makes sense. And Pluto and Mars are doing a lot of things right now. Okay. So that's why we're getting a lot of scorpionic energy is the Pluto and Mars things that they're doing in the celestial skies. But keep in mind, there might be some deep emotions that come up that lead to deeper truths. Okay. So if emotions come up, emotions run high, separate, give yourself some time, give yourself some space, take a beat, and then when you're in alignment, back in your own space, feeling more like you, then circle back. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, ooh, mutable moon. Nothing is set in stone on the bottom of the deck. So this feels like for those of you who are it feels like, what is that feeling? My goodness. It's almost this feeling of how we can get into this mindset of almost catastrophizing everything. And it doesn't have to be catastrophizing, but like moving more towards the negative viewpoints in life. Oh, I don't know if I'm ever gonna have enough money. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna ever get another job. Oh, I'm not sure if this business partner is the right one for me. I don't know. We keep speaking these things. We keep stop speaking about these things. Reality is not set in stone. Reality is very mutable. Reality is very malleable. But your mind, you got to get your mind on board. You got to get your emotions on board. You got to get your body on board. It can start a lot of times. What I'm feeling right now is it starts with the mind. Okay. I'm feeling it, sensing, hearing to bring in it that way. It's like you got to start there. Your beliefs create your reality, right? Because they create thoughts, which create emotions. And the emotions, the emotional state of being, right? States, we live in states all the time, right? Everybody's in a state of being. Ooh, I'm hearing even state of emergency. Interesting. Okay. Take whatever resonates here. But the predominant state that you're in is where you're creating from. Okay. Manifestations, there's something about manifestations coming in here, manifestations being at a higher point, or at a very like, really quick rate of manifestation is what I'm hearing or sensing, really. So you gotta stop talking about the shit that you don't want to manifest, or the shit that you're in doubts of, or in the shit that you're uncertain of, or the shit that brings you down. You got to start speaking life, right? Because we're talking about the Sagittarius full moon. This is about being in truth, the highest truth. Sagittarius is the explorer. I'm going to seek the highest motherfucking truth, right? I'm going to see, there's a reason why all these, I'm cursing a lot. Because it's meant to like kind of stir you. Your truth, you know, this Sagittarius is seeking the truth, the highest truth. Well, the truth about your situation isn't this thing over here about, oh, that you're like dredging on about or ranting on about. Oh, I don't know if this person is doing that. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. Stop. This full moon may, it may smack some of you guys upside the head, is what I'm hearing. But it is there as a compassionate type of, hey, you need to be able to, sometimes we need a slap in the face in order to come to our senses and see things for what they are and stop entertaining these ideas, these programs, these narratives, these old fucking stories of scarcity, of poverty, of lack, of separation, of superiority, of all of these distortions that are keeping you in limitation, that are keeping you in fear from speaking your truth. So, Sag, this moon is showing you and telling you, hey, nothing is set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. You can recreate it. Your life doesn't have to be what it is now. It doesn't have to keep going on the same track or the same trajectory. It can be something different. Okay? However, you got to get your mind on board. You got to start doing the reps in order to speak yourself into the vortex, as Abraham Hicks would say. Speak yourself into a higher frequency. Speak yourself into a higher vibration, right? And that takes practice, because a lot of us, we like to oh, you know, I feel like there's a reason why we, you know, like people like small talk, because they don't have to think in, you know, in the deeper layers of the truth of who they are. So sometimes we busy ourselves with small talk, and I feel like that's coming up for a reason. Stop busying yourself in small talk. You don't belong there. Okay? Scorpio is deep, deep depths. And it can be so deep that it's misunderstood by a lot of maybe, like, let's just say what I'm hearing, how it's coming through is Scorpio can be misunderstood by the rest of the zodiac because it's so intense, because it's so deep, and they're like, what are you talking about? And it's like, you don't see. Scorpio sees in like the deepest, darkest realms. Like, it's so deep, right? It's Pluto, it's the underworld. And those underworlds are deep. There's deep wisdom in them as well. Okay? There's deep wisdom in your emotions as well. So there's a lot of depth that actually wants to be lived as embodied truth at this time. Okay? All right. So let's see. All right. I'm going to go over here. All right. Source. But yeah, nothing is set in stone. Okay? You got to remember that. You got to start raising your frequency, right? Practicing gratitude, not fake gratitude. I mean, really getting yourself juiced up and literally feeling grateful in your heart. That takes practice. That's emotional mastery. Okay. That's something Yeah, it's something that's being very emphasized. Okay. All right. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. We got slave programming. Slave programming. This is the resistance that's coming up. Okay? Patterns of powerlessness and self-limitation, what did I just say? Limiting yourself, have been ingrained in you through societal conditioning. Allow yourself to break free. Three? Interesting. Three may be significant here. If you're seeing 333, 333, or 333. That may be significant here, yeah. Confirmation verb for the win. Okay. Allow yourself to break free from the mental chains that keep you bound to what others expect or believe. What did I just say? The mental. You got to get your mind. You have to get your mind on board. Okay? You got to get your you got to stop thinking about you got to stop speaking power into things that make you feel like shit. Okay? That's how it's coming through. You got to stop this. It's coming through a little bit feisty, a little bit with an attitude, like, but it feels like unapologetic truth. I'm going to be in my unapologetic truth. I'm done playing the games with myself. I'm done playing in my own face. I'm done playing small. I'm done dimming my light to fit in. I'm done making others comfortable by shrinking, by dimming, by hiding. Okay? It's time to get your mind on board because and we're talking about patterns of powerlessness, right? Well, we have Scorpio here. Its ruler is Pluto. What Pluto is doing right now in the heavens and the skies, it's liberating that which has been controlled, dominated, forced, suppressed, repressed, enslaved. And it's the power, personal power. I'm talking about true personal power. You being in your, which is, I'll say in current times, but it won't be like this forever. It's almost silent, right? It's silent. You can't see the inner work that someone did. That's not trending. That's not cute. That's not, fat. I want to say fadacious. It's just speaking of like fads. That's not a fad. It's not cute to like do your inner work. You can't take a picture of that. There's something about that of like getting out of the collective distortions of slave programming. That's what it is. Stop talking power into things that make you feel like shit, make you feel disempowered, make you feel unworthy, make you feel embarrassed or humiliated or shamed or guilty or desperate or confused. Stop confusing yourself. Stop. I'm actually hearing, oh, this is interesting because I feel like it falls right in line with the Sagittarius, the Sagittarian search for truth. Stop entertaining. Ooh, I'm hearing stop entertaining small ideas of yourself. Stop. You're being asked to recognize where you're entertaining small ideas of yourself. Because Sagittarius, that's the ruler's Jupiter. That's expansion, baby. That's expansion. Travel, luck, right? So that is You're being asked to expand into a greater version of yourself that holds, embodies your truth. What does that mean practically? It means you are that version of yourself. You're you're not you're not faking it till you make it. You're not trying to. You've actually done the work to embody that. You've done the work, taken the steps to bridge yourself to that version of yourself. It's no longer a want or a longing. It's a, I'm this right here, right now. Okay? And there's a light. I'm seeing that it's flickering on. Yeah, I'm seeing a light that's flickering on. And it eventually gets steady and it's like, woo, and it gets brighter and brighter and brighter. Yeah, you're getting some chills here. And it's just like humming, it's glowing. Yeah, I'm hearing glow up as well here. Okay, so there's a lot of things. It's time to get rid of the slave programming. Stop talking power into things, into circumstances, into people, into whatever it is, my friend, that makes you feel like shit. Stop talking power into it because it's not true. That's why you feel, that's why your emotional guidance system signals to you, oh, that feels like shit, because it does. It feels wrong. It's not part, it's because it's not resonant, in resonance with your highest truth, the truth of your being. The truth is that you are infinitely abundant, infinitely resourceful, infinitely genius, infinitely brilliant, right? You're the infinite creator here. But this is what's coming up to be released at this time, the culmination of this full moon. Ooh, on the bottom of the deck. What? Because, all right, so this deck, these types of fiery cards are the blockages, right? And the green cards are actually a signal of financial abundance, resources flowing in. We got infinite opportunities. What? What? That's so fucking cool. I love this. I love this. Remember that there are infinite number of ways for you to succeed. Nothing is set in stone, okay? Remember that there are infinite ways, number of ways for you to succeed. When you release illusions of limitation, we're talking about limitations, limitations of the mind, you will step confidently into the flow of infinite opportunities that are always available to you. Oh my God. I'm looking at this card a little bit. Radiating love is even underneath that. That's emotional fulfillment, abundance, but like good relationships. Oh, yeah. Anyways, look at this card. Look at this card. This is amazing. Infinite opportunities. You got clouds. You got like, wow. Everything, if what this feels like is infinitely overflowing. The truth of who you are. This is the truth of who you are. This is the truth of who you are. Your heart is open. We talked about the heart. That's fucking crazy because I can't make this shit up. Heart is open, infinitely abundant, infinitely resourceful, flying high, emotionally stable. But there's this overflow because your heart is open, because there are boundaries set in place, because you come into your truth. Oh my God. There are things, how do I say this? There are things making their way to you, my friends. Oof. There are things, there are blessings, there are blessings making their way to you that are gonna fucking make you a believer. Oof. Ooh, that's crazy. And this card just fell on the floor. Okay? It's hilarious. That's so crazy. A healed heart radiates love effortlessly. What did I say? As you mature, oh no, as you mature. Wow, that's interesting. Interesting. Because emotional maturity is also a thing. So emotional maturity might be significant for somebody here. As you nurture forgiveness and compassion within yourself, your energy expands and creates a ripple effect. Understand that your journey of self-healing will bring healing to others as well. Okay? That's standing in your power. See, this is what I was talking about. Someone who is standing like this is what I was talking about when like it's not when I was talking about like our society and how like it's not cute to have like to be healed and to like because it's like, well, where is the entertainment in that? This isn't about entertainment. This is about growth. This is fucking real. This is about your soul. This isn't about some, like, I love entertainment as much as the next guy. Okay, so there's no judgment here. It's all about context. Oh, interesting. And then I hear it's the entertaining the smallness, entertaining your ego, entertaining small minds, entertaining, like, what are you entertaining? Number one. And it's also this thing of like, oh, it's like, there's a reason why drama sells and sex sells, right? Because what if we were to put on in our entertainment things that resolved, things that were weren't these like illusory like happy endings. No, it's a real fucking concerted effort. Here's the thing. This is what I'm getting at, is that radiating love may not be trending in the way that the fucking ice bucket challenge was, right? Oh, we gotta have all of these things. We gotta be entertained and we gotta do the thing and I wanna belong and I wanna do this and this is you. Amongst the noise, amongst everyone playing whatever game they want to play, because it's not about judgment. That's not to say there isn't some shenanigans, shenanigans. I don't know. That's not to say there isn't shenanigans going on. That's not to say there isn't like shit that's going on that isn't the greatest. Okay? But this is you in your love, in your truth. And it may not be trending. It may not be sexy to be in that, but times are changing. The tables are turning. And soon enough, the visibility, people seeing you, people actually realizing, waking up and saying, oh, what was I doing with these fads and these trends? Like, wait, what? I need something real. And you're the person. I'm feeling like you're either the person to give it to them, to guide them, or to plant the seed. Okay, everybody's going to resonate with something a little different there. But like I said, it might not be sexy to be this person right now, and you feel like, oh, people don't see me or whatever. You just be in your truth. The tables are turning. Things are turning around. And you're not here to play the game of trending. You're not here to play the game of get on board with everybody else. You're here to be an independent thinker, my friend. And because you do things in your own freaking way, right? You do things in your own way, that is what's going to bring people to you, communities to you, audiences to you. Okay? Okay? Okay. And infinite opportunities to you. I promise, because I feel something big coming your way. Like big, 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 big and positive, expansive. I'm like feeling like moving locations, moving up in the world, leveling up, confirmation burps for the win, for the money. All right. Okay. So let's get who is. I wanted to see what overlighting presence is here. Ooh. Okay. Babaji. I don't Mahavatar. Oh, look, he's got Avatar in his what? I don't know I don't know this ascended master. That's why I'm saying I'm like, whoa, Babaji. It's Babaji. I don't know how to say his first name. Mahavatar, Babaji. Soul expansion. You can't make this shit up. Your consciousness is expanding, right? It's Sagittarius season, or not season. Whoa, interesting. Sagittarius season may be significant here. Okay, watch out. Put that in your back pocket. Okay. Sagittarian. That's all about, again, Jupiter, expansion, truth, the highest soul expression. Your consciousness expanding, or is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. And again, we have this throat chakra energy, this blue energy showing up. What did I say? There's something about truth. The throat chakra is being very activated today, as you can see, because like my words aren't quite all there. All the things. Okay. The bottom of the deck, we have Mercury. Okay, Mercury is doing a lot of things right now. We're in Gemini season as well. Open communication. Okay. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love. What did I say? Speak up. Wow. Speak up with love and be heard. Oof. And then we got the Caduceus here, right? We got the, somebody's Kundalini is very, very active right now. This guy actually reminds me of, I know it's Mercury, but he reminds me of Archangel Michael for whatever reason. Like this is like giving heavy Archangel Michael vibes for whatever reason. So he may be significant. Oh, interesting. There's even this subtle thing. It's not really subtle. Archangel Michael. I'm hearing call on Archangel Michael to cut ties, cut cords to confusion, lies, anyone or thing or place that may have brought in confusion, misunderstanding, miscommunication, lies, mistruths, right? Cutting ties with people, place, things, and even like just from your mental landscape as well, from it's interesting how I'm seeing this, and I don't know if that truly makes sense, but it feels like cutting cords in your own mind from like beliefs, from limitations and things that are keeping you playing small and doubting yourself. Okay. So that's what I'm feeling. Those are who's coming in. I want to get a couple of messages here to see what wants to come through. Let's just see what comes through. Yeah. Ooh, that wasn't. It almost did, but it didn't. That's too much. These ones are really slippery. Ooh, interesting. You got to remember life is a gift, okay? Nothing is set in stone, remember. Nothing is set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. Life is a gift. Oh, I put it upside down. Oh, no, I didn't. Life is a gift, yeah? Life is a gift. Life is unfolding for you, so seize the day and make the most of every chance to be true to yourself. We're talking about truth, Sagittarius, and to be true to yourself and live life to the fullest, right? Let me say that again. Life is unfolding for you, so seize the day and make the most of every chance to be true to yourself and live life to the fullest. It's time to cut out all the noise. And I literally just talked about Archangel Michael, calling him in and cutting out all of those cords and shit from that's keeping you disconnected from the truth and the truth of your being. Miracles in the dark. Boom. Boom. It's gonna be nighttime, a full moon. What? In the darkest moments, it's easy to feel lost and alone. When you stay focused on the light, you'll receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. Wildest dreams. Wildest. Telling you. And that takes me back to nothing is set in stone. Yeah, but miracles in the dark. Yeah. Make room. Make room. Create space to welcome positive change into your life. Let go of everything that doesn't align with the future you are creating. Make room. Make room. Yeah. So, like I said, cutting ties, cutting out those cords. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Rejuvenate yourself, know your limits, and allow them to guide you. Limitations can teach you to take better care of yourself. There are good limitations, right? Sometimes the bad limitations, or let's call them limitations that kind of keep you, negative limitations. They keep you small. They will keep you playing dumb or small or dimming your light. But good like when you know your own limitations, you're actually free inside of them. You're liberated inside of those limitations because you know your limitations. You know yourself, right? Know thyself. That's the paradox. When you know yourself and you know your own limitations, you're actually liberated. You're actually free. Okay, that's the paradox. Okay, life source. When life comes to a standstill, turn inward and focus on joy and excitement. Your inner light keeps everything alive and moving. So that feels like creativity. Get creative. Okay? If you feel like you're stagnant in your life, in your business, in your career, in whatever it is, or when you feel like things just aren't moving, meditate a little bit. Sit with yourself, sit and reflect, contemplate. What would actually make me really excited right now? What actually feels really fun to do right now? Okay? And I'll get a couple of these messages to see what else is there. But really, there's so much blue. Well, actually, there's a lot here. What it feels like is like you're integrating a new level. Ooh, that one went flying. New level. When I said new level, it feels like you're integrating a new level of truth into your life. How funny. I can't make this shit up. Let your true colors show so your tribe knows how to find you. Let's see if I can get that to yeah? How beautiful is that card? That's awesome. That's you're being asked to show your true colors. Right? Sag asks you to be in your truth, embody your truth, find your truth, discover your truth, be in that. Because that's how your people are going to find you because of resonance, right? The law of resonance, yeah? There are many doors that lead to the place you truly belong. Again, the future is not set in stone. There's not just one way to do all of the things. I'm feeling one more wants to come out. So let's do one more. This is crazy. Your truth is, yeah. We're talking about true, like, look, all of these words. True, truly, truth, expansion. This is all about, yeah. This is all of the energies coming in with this moon. This is really beautiful energy. And then you got Babaji and Mercury. And you also got Michael coming in. Oh, there it is. Okay. You aren't done. You're just getting started. I like that. You're not done. You're just getting started, my friend. Come on now. And then there was one more that fell out. Perspective is a matter of where you stand. Okay? Perspective is a matter of where you stand. Again, I got to show it to you again. I got to show it to you again, my friends. Nothing is set in stone. Yeah, nothing is set in stone. It's your perspective. It's your perspective. It's your perspective. There's one thing that I always like to say and kind of quote, and I don't remember how it's said, but it's in Pirates of the Caribbean when Jack, is it Jack? Is that who Johnny Depp plays? Jack? Is it Sparrow, right? Jack Sparrow. Okay. When he's talking about the problem isn't the problem. It's how you're thinking about the problem. Savvy? He says something along those lines. That's I always like to kind of quote that because it's never about the circumstance. It's about how you're thinking about the circumstance, how you're relating to the circumstance, how you feel about the circumstance. That's what it really is. And when you can shift those internal dialogues, those internal feelings, those internal things, you can shift them and make that perspective shift, then guess what? You know nothing is set in stone. You can create, recreate at any given time. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, I changed my mind. Let's do this. Oh, I've just noticed I was in a downward spiral. Let me practice getting myself back into a harmonious frequency. Because let me tell you, my friend, your community, your people, your tribe, they can only find you through resonance. So you need to be in your truth. Okay? You need to be embodied, speaking up, speaking out, no matter how uncomfortable that makes you or the people around you. And I know that some of you don't want to hear that. But the thing about it is, I feel like the thing about it is sometimes, things are true no matter if we like them or not. And sometimes our greatest challenge may just to get ourselves on the fucking boat of acceptance of that's how that is. And guess what? I'm going to play these cards to the best of my ability. I'm going to create something that I enjoy, that I love. No matter what, I'm going to do the things. I'm going to tell reality how to bend and how to manipulate itself to create what I want, what's relevant for me, my blessings, my blessings, my divine inheritance. Yeah? Okay? You got this, my love. You got this. Okay? Let's see. Let's see. Where are we at? Where are we at? Okay. All right. All right. All right. Because it was such a big theme throughout this whole entire transmission. If you've made it to this point in the video, comment Nothing is set in stone. I am the creator. I love that. I love that. Yeah, because here's the thing. We just imagine the profound power if we're all standing in our truth. Because here's the thing, when you unbecome everything that you were taught to be, when you unbecome it, there is this kind of revelation of like, oh, I'm not that. I'm not that person. And the truth of who I am wouldn't handle that situation in that way. They would actually say this. There's a refinement. There's a beautiful freaking refinement that happens. And you realize, wow, I was playing small. I was playing stuck. I was pretzeling myself and, you know, into a weird shape that I wasn't, like, it wasn't the truth of who I was. And now I feel confident. I feel good. I can speak out. I can speak up. I can do the things. And it's okay if people do not agree with me, because I've done the work to be secure here. That people can say all the things, and all I can do is have compassion for them, because I can see their hurt. I can see their pain very clearly, because you have dove into your depths and you've understood your own pain. You faced it. You didn't run away. You didn't avoid it. You faced it. You sat with it, and you sought to understand it. Okay? Getting chills down my arms. My love. Oh, what I was saying was you start to realize that if all of us do that, the tables turn massively, quickly. If more of us are in our power, more of us are in our sovereignty, more of us are in our creative power, and I'm hearing creative prowess. And that reminds me of lions. So Leo could be very, very significant for someone. Leo placement. Or just like king of the jungle. Interesting. What I was saying was that you start to realize if all of us did that, we'd be in a very powerful position to shift things overnight, creating systems, new systems that benefit all, co-creating massive expansion. We're talking about massive expansion, and we're talking about the Sag full moon. I feel like this is almost an inception point, or a seed point, or even one in multiple seed points. I'm not sure, but it feels like a very powerful gateway, portal way type of energy for us to collectively start living in a more embodied truth, so that we can co-create heaven on earth, the new earth, right? Whatever you want to call it, 5D, new earth. There's all terms for the same thing. Harmony, peace. Yes, it is possible, because guess what? Nothing is set in stone. Okay? We just have to release what we were taught is true. What we were taught was the truth of us. What we were taught that was truth, but really just, it made us small. It made us uncertain. It made us doubtful. It made us desperate. It made us doubt the very truth of our being. You're not in that space anymore. You're coming out. I'm almost seeing like an egg cracking, as if to say, like, okay, we're being reborn. It's time. Okay? And that does, like eggs, right? That's a seed. I mean, It's a type of seed, right? For me, it's a seed. It's a seed point. To me, it's all. It. To me, eggs can be a lot of things, but for this reading and transmission right here, it feels like a seed. So that's how it's coming through. Okay, so that's how I'm going to say it. My friends, hayalaka mahuat yanate iamatukuat alahia mahana. There are some light codes coming in, and so this is just going to be energetic support for this time. Okay, because I do, me and my team, that is, excuse me, we're already working on your fields. Because I do respect your spiritual sovereignty, you have to be the one to say yes, either comment yes or just say yes in your mind to receive. Okay? Sakia laha matue haikikia na matue hia makat tia sanatikia. Lekia maua ala ia kakakia tatikia makota tatatatata. Isana moeti kia ma ata ala hia hana. Ia matua tatatatatatatatatatata. Sikia, asikia, 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 atatatatata. Kia maua te ya kiata, 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 le kia maua tatatata. Sana, hiata, siana, hata, aliki, at. Mokoyata, at. The truth of who you are, sikiata, is coming online. Hiasanata, in a much greater capacity than you can ever even know. Hasanata. But you can hold it, my friend. You have to work with it, work with your mind. Matu ua hala amakuye isetiama sikiama asanatikiat sikiana ala amuha. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release through your mouth. Let that settle, let it land. And I want you to focus on your heart. Place your awareness in your heart. Sekeala ihamato. Sauya iamat. Sayamat. Take another deep breath. Let it land. Sekiataha matukole tiamat. Sekeleha halakia matukotukot. Seteha natikitatatata. Kalakukukukukukukuk mate yat. Sako maat. Laka. Divine balance is being restored to your life, my friend. Claim this. Claim it. Claim it in the comments. Claim this energy. Claim your prosperity. Claim your abundance. Claim your blessings. Claim your blessings. Kokoia ia kakanata kumat. Sanata. Use your voice. Speak up. Speak out. Write it down below. Kalakiakama wat. What are you claiming for yourself? Hatiama. Take another deep breath and let that land. We're gonna, 1 second. I'm just gonna listen for a second. Take a deep breath and let that land. My friends, my loves, brothers and sisters. Wow, that was really beautiful. So, I guess if you've made it this far in the video, you can either comment, nothing is set in stone, or you can comment the blessings, the blessings that you're claiming in this, for this full moon. Claim the completion of whatever karmic cycle, whatever pattern or cycle that's been in your life that you're like, I'm done. I'm ready to stand in my truth, in my power. And I'm ready to be simply who the fuck I am. Simply be who I am. Divine balance, divine justice is coming because the tables are turning. Okay? There is divine justice coming for some of y'all because you did shrink yourself, make yourself small. You did betray your own truth. And those who benefited from that, took advantage of that, the tables are turning for them too. And I don't know about you, but for me, it's not about judgment or be like, haha, you deserve it. It's just literally, it's literally the mechanics and the structure of how things work right now in this universe. Okay? It doesn't have to be belittling. Okay? Because that's not the truth of who you are. I don't know. That's how it's coming through. So I say it. All right, my friends. Is there something else here? Koi. No, we're closing it out. Okay, I could feel the energy still going. Okay, the energy might still run for you for however long. Basically, that's been handed down to your guides and source, right? Source, your higher self, your guides, your spirit team, and they will continue that on in your own timing and after the video. Okay, but there was some downloads there that really opened some really opened something in someone. If that's you, please comment down below. That's interesting. Because I'm like, what is this? I can feel it. I don't know what that is. What is that? Okay. Something profound just opened in someone, like a realization, an energy, something just opens. Okay. If that's you, let me know. Let me know. I'm curious. Okay. Now I'm going to end it because now the energy is like coming to a close. So, my friends, if you resonated with this, please let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, do the things, hype it up, whatever. And until next time, I will see you next time in the next one. Bye. Live your truth.